I'm Steve Morgan, founder of Cybersecurity Ventures and editor-in-chief at Cybercrime magazine. As part of our ongoing coverage on cybersecurity jobs, we recently spoke to several top experts about how they see it. But before we check in with the CISOs, we caught up with Anna Collard, SVP Content Strategy and Evangelist at KnowBe4 Africa.
So the Cybersecurity Talent Challenge, or the skills shortage, is something that's been around for quite some time, and we clearly need a different approach. So whatever we've been doing so far hasn't really worked. We haven't attracted enough females or, sort of enough diversity. We have to work with the HR departments to get away from traditional, you have to have a 4 years master degree kind of background. We need people that are curious, that have the right attitude, the aptitude, and just throw them into the mix and give them an opportunity or give them a chance to join our industry.
Over an 8-year period tracked by Cybersecurity Ventures, the number of unfilled cybersecurity jobs grew by 350%, from 1 million positions in 2013 to 3.5 million in 2021. And for the first time in a decade, the cybersecurity skills gap is leveling off. Looking 5 years ahead, we predict the same number of openings in 2025. Paul Connolly, Chief Security Officer at HCA Healthcare, a Fortune 100 company and one of the nation's leading providers of healthcare services, is familiar with the challenges of recruiting and retaining candidates to fill the workforce gap.
It's a big challenge that we all share. There's a lot of good things in terms of recruiting side. 10 years ago, we would not even look at somebody if they didn't have 5 years of experience. Today, we're looking at people for internships that will lead right into full-time jobs when they graduate from college and things like that. So we've adjusted and we're building up more of a ladder of growth for people that then feeds into the retention. You've got to provide people that full package of opportunity, care as a manager, working in an organization and a culture that they want to be in.
With enough open positions to fill 50 NFL stadiums, reducing the cybersecurity skills gap is an industry-wide challenge. Adam Cowan, Global Chief Information Security Officer at Eastman, a global specialty materials company employing approximately 14,000 people around the world and serving customers in more than 100 countries, sees educational programs as one critical aspect of building up the field's workforce.
It's a challenge across the board. I can tell you that the advantages that we have in large organizations is our ability to partner with schools. The ones that have been a part of the educational program of several of these schools, they want to ensure that they're making a difference, that they have an impact on the larger activities of the company, that they are not only being able to serve and to specialize sometimes in an area, but also that fulfillment that they have made the world a better place.
In 2022, women held 25% of cybersecurity jobs globally, up from 20% in 2019 and around 10% in 2013. Despite the situation's gradual improvement, it is still nowhere near enough. The disproportionate number of men to women has not gone unnoticed. And, as a result, scores of initiatives and programs to tackle the gender gap have been launched. According to Ian Anthony Baxter, Chief Information Security Officer, UK at Bank of Ireland, which provides simple, flexible financial services to UK customers, both directly and through partnership with well-known UK brands, reaching the right audience can come down to something as simple as the language used in a job posting.
I've just been involved in an initiative which was Women in Cyber, and one thing we learned was the language it can just turn people off immediately. So we actually went back and thought about how could we rewrite those ads so they could see that there is a pathway from what they're doing now into cyber, and it could be a useful and meaningful one. And that's the where we're starting to tackle some of those pockets of opportunity where we've got resource that could move into this space, but haven't thought of it as a career.
The US job market reflects a global supply and demand problem around recruiting candidates with cybersecurity certifications. However, by changing the hiring process, we can begin to shrink the labor shortage. Teresa Zielinski is the SVP and Global CISO at GE Gas Power. A world leader in gas power technologies and solutions, knows all too well that cybersecurity needs people with diverse backgrounds, including business, law enforcement, the military, science, liberal arts, and an array of other fields.
Resourcing is a constant battle. I would say, I think a promising change in the positive direction over the last few years is we are starting to see a lot more of all of us training non-cyber professionals, as well as a pretty big increase in diversity with a lot more of interest in STEM, therefore leading a lot more interest in cyber. So whether you're training somebody that's in an IT department or even an engineering department. There's a lot of times we look at folks across the business and they just want to change. We can teach cyber, but that passion and that person wanting to make that change that we can train is really good to have a flexible mindset to help us look at filling these jobs in a different way.
The cybersecurity worker shortage isn't going away anytime soon, and Cybercrime magazine is on top of it. For more information, including the latest facts, figures, and statistics which convey the magnitude of the cyber threat we're up against, visit us at cybersecurityventures.com. This special production is sponsored by KnowBe4, the world's first and largest new school security awareness training and simulated phishing provider that helps you manage the ongoing problem of social engineering. To learn more about our sponsor KnowBe4, visit KnowBe4.com.